Your unique story, our global audience. Global One Media.
Global One Media is pleased to present exclusive one-on-one discussions with public company executives. This is an opportunity for you to make informed investment decisions. I'm your host, Ashley Berry, and we're welcoming Taj Singh, President, CEO, and Director of NOA Lithium Brines. The lithium exploration and development company is formed to acquire assets with significant resource potential. All of their projects, in fact, are in the heart of the Lithium Triangle in Salta, Argentina. They're listed on the TSXV as NOAL and the Frankfurt Stock Exchange as N7N. Thanks for being here, Taj.
Thanks for having us today, Ashley.
Absolutely. So you recently announced really positive results from the brine samples at the Rio Grande Project, and perhaps you can briefly describe this project and what makes its location particularly advantageous.
Yeah, so first of all, as you noted in the intro, we're located in the Lithium Triangle. And so in terms of the climate conditions, the Lithium Triangle really is unique in the world. The evaporation rates there, the heat, the wind, the sunlight, all of this contributes to making this area probably one of the most prolific lithium producing regions in the world. And again, very, very unique. So we're obviously right in the heart of that. Kind of on a geopolitical kind of level, we're in northwest Argentina in the province of Salta, which is well known as one of the most mining-friendly provinces, not only in Argentina, but actually South America, kind of covering all of South America, and even ranking among some of the top jurisdictions in terms of getting business done in the world. So that's great. And then second of all, and then more detailed drilling down where we are, there's probably 15, 20 development projects within a couple hundred kilometers of us at various stages. There's several operations within a 50 to 100 kilometers of us. So we're really, really in a lithium producing region, which is very helpful. So obviously all the infrastructure, the labor force, the skilled labor force, all of that is around us. So again, across the board, it's really a great place to be working.
Yeah, it sounds like a prime location, Taj. The first drill hole in phase one of the Diamond Drill program intersected two very intriguing high-grade lithium aquifers with significant thickness. Perhaps you can elaborate on this along with other standout points from your recent press release. And, what implications do these intersections hold for the overall project?
Yeah, it was our first hole, exactly as you noted, and I don't think we could have hoped for a better hole. We knew, based on our geological understanding and our targeting work, that we were going to be, we had a very high probability of hitting brines, but I don't think we expected what we got. The first aquifer, as you noted, we hit was about 100 meters thick, about 100 meters downhole, and averaging beautiful grades, 450 or so down across about 100 meters, which is, considered high grade in this area. And then, surprise, as we keep going down the hole, we hit another aquifer almost 200 meters wide, starting at 300 meters with grades in the 750 range. And we can talk about that in a little while, but that's an extremely, extremely high grade comparing to other, projects around us. So this was a huge de-risking step for us. I think it really gives us the perfect pathway to delineate what's hopefully a large high-grade resource on a part of the Salar and Basin, the Rio Grande Salar, where we have a really key controlling position. So all the things are really lining up pretty well here, and again, huge de-risking step for us this first hole.
Yeah, it sounds like a highly successful couple of projects there. Maybe you could explain, you're talking about the thickness, how this compares with the findings from other projects in the surrounding area.
Yeah, kind of at a high level, the two key things are, the thickness and obviously the grade. And in terms of thickness, you're talking about two aquifers now, right? So, first one about 100 meters wide, and then there's kind of an area that's maybe doesn't have as productive or as permeable brines, but then boom, you hit another aquifer again, which we've seen across several salars in the region as well. You sometimes have these stacked aquifers, and it's often that the deeper one has higher grades and sometimes higher thicknesses. It obviously varies, but those kind of thicknesses, 100 meters, 200 meters, very good and stand out. they're very much in line with what we're seeing across the region. The grades is a big thing. I talked about the 450 milligram per liter kind of grades. If you look at some takeouts in the area, whether it's a recent one, Arena, Millennial Lithium, Litica get taken out by Ganfeng, it ranks among those very well, almost very similar in terms of grades. And those were considered high grade projects. You look at current operations, whether it's Alchem, Lithium Americas, it ranks very well among those as well, and even greater than some operations, for example, owned by POSCO and Rio Tinto in the area. It's actually substantially higher than those grades. So very nice grades. And then I talked about going to the second aquifer. You're talking 750 milligram per liter plus. Like those are considered ultra high grade. There's probably only a handful of operations worldwide that have that kind of grade. So again, this is drilled grade versus resource grade I'm talking about, but there's quite a bit of conclusions and kind of interpretations you can draw in the lithium brine world because these deposits are so continuous. So we're very, very excited by both aquifers we hit. And hopefully it, again, bodes very well for the existing and the program we're in.
Yeah, given these, the encouraging findings, any additional drill holes that you'll be focusing now, because you didn't really know what was there and you were very pleasantly surprised. So what's next?
So the general plan that we laid out since we went public, which is only, March earlier this year, we're private and then went public earlier this year. So again, relatively new company. I think we're definitely have put ourselves on the map now, if you will, but we are planning with 6 holes. We're on our second hole that's almost done. Obviously, the first hole was a great success. Just from looking at the geology of the second hole, things look very encouraging as well. And that's like almost 15 kilometers away from the first hole. So we're not just kind of sticking in one area. As I noted before, we've got a huge controlling land position on this Rio Grande Salar. And we've got kind of maybe 4 or 5 major claim blocks. So our plan is to kind of drill 1 to 2 holes in each of these claim blocks, and then ultimately put a resource out in early 2024, a maiden resource. That is the plan. In addition to that, we've got a second project. Won't go too much into detail on it, but our plan is then to begin drilling that in late 23, early 2024. It's called the Arizaro project. Quite a few major players are on that project as well, nearby to us. And there's been some very nice results and good successes by other companies. So hopefully we can build on that with our second project as well. So really, really busy next year or two ahead of us.
Well, best of luck. We wish you for that project that you can't really get into too much detail. So we look forward to sharing more updates and hearing more about that and the success and what you find there. You've only been public now for just a few months, and you already have some big wins, some milestones really, which is fantastic. So what would you say to prospective shareholders or, those that are looking to invest in the company now that it's public? Any final words for those that are watching?
Yeah, I went over some of the specific implications on what it means at Rio Grande, for example. But honestly, overall, I think we had a business plan and a technical plan, and we've just executed. We've continued to execute on it and de-risk the project. So it's a team that has significant in-country experience in the lithium space, significant experience in capital markets. I'd say to investors, have a look at the plan. It's a very clean, simple story. And as long as we continue to execute, I think there's a lot of room, for share price appreciation as we continue to de-risk the project, advance the project, and continue our business plan.
Well, Taj, I really like that you mentioned the team and the significance and the experience and how important of a role they play in all of this. Taj Singh, President, CEO, Director of NOA Lithium Brines. Thank you so much for being with us today, and we look forward to sharing more with our audience.
Thanks.